So I found out the best way to level up fast in Fortnite and unlock the incredible Battle Pass rewards for it. Now this involves landing at a very specific location in the Fortnite map, which flying in, as you can tell, is kind of in the middle of nowhere. Now exactly what is here, as you can see, we have a chest coming over here by some cars, a truck over there, some trees. Exactly what's going on? Well, for if this is your first time landing here, there is in fact a purple XP coin that'll give you 15,000 XP. We'll throw up some footage right now what it looks like to collect it. It'll spawn right over here in the middle, just right at this car over here. But here's the deal, your first time landing here, 15,000 XP, that's nice and all. However, you don't want to land here only one time, you want to land here multiple times and maximize on your XP. Now, as you can probably tell, there's a little bit more than just this location, and I'll show you where to go right after in just a second. But first, it is very important to grab this chest, just so you have a gun to defend yourself. If you find a harpoon gun here, that's actually pretty lucky, just as a nice added bonus. But more importantly, you want to grab the metal here. You want to get yourself 100 metal. Now, I'll show you guys why in just a minute, but just make sure you grab 100 metal, because it's really important that you do have that. Okay, so at this point, you're actually going to go over and grab some stone and some trees. You're not going to get 100 stone from here, but that's okay. But you do want to go and grab yourself 100 wood. Oh yeah, guys, this is really important. If you are new here and want to learn how to level up incredibly fast in Fortnite, win in Fortnite, and improve at all sorts of Fortnite things, be sure to subscribe with notifications so you don't miss out on anything. We're pushing 50,000 subscribers, and the far majority of you guys aren't subscribed, and if you all did subscribe, we could actually hit it right this very second. So, you know, please subscribe, it would really help me out a lot. Once you have that, you're going to want to jump in this truck right over here.
Nope.
For some reason, it's glitched for me right now, and I'm not entirely sure why. Hopefully it won't be glitched for you. But that's not too important, because you're still going to want to head over to the same location, which is not too far away. It's actually this island, as you can see right over here. Alright, so now we're actually at our area. There's a guy here, so let's try and kill him. Okay, good. He was just a bot, thankfully. Either way, we're at our location right now. Over here, you're going to want to grab yourself a little bit more bricks. There should be some stone right over here. You're able to get yourself to 100 bricks, which you will need. Either way, in terms of exactly where we are, if we hit the map, as you can see, we are in the far north side of the map. It's a secret island right over here. Basically, no one goes here. It is absolutely phenomenal for XP, and I'll show you why in just a second. But just know for now, other than that one random bot, which I've never seen before, its places basically it goes down, which is pretty nice. Either way, on this island specifically, you're going to head right under this shack, right over here. You wonder exactly why. Well, if we turn this map off, well, they're these wood pallets, they're nice for wood, obviously, but you already have enough wood, hopefully. Either way, more importantly, right in front of us, there is an upgrade bench. But I'm sure you're curious, exactly what are we upgrading? Because obviously we only have a couple of guns, nothing too special here. Well, if we look over here, there's actually a fishing barrel. You want to start fishing rods right over here, get a bit of XP, and you can get yourself a fishing rod. There's actually a second one right up here. This time I actually want to break it, because I think you might get more fishing rods. Don't quote me on that, but either way, you can get a fishing rod just like this. You're probably almost always going to get yourself a regular fishing rod, which you don't want. You actually want to get yourself a pro fishing rod. Now, why is that? That's so later on in the game you can have some loot, because I'm not going to tell you to land somewhere that doesn't have any loot, of course, because you can actually get some pretty overpowered loot. Okay, so now I know what you're thinking. Exactly what are you going to do? Just fish? It's pretty boring. Well, it's actually not too boring, and I'm going to show you right now why. For the loot, as you can see, we got ourselves 400 XP. Keep in mind, we are supercharged. You will get a little bit less than that if you are not supercharged, but that's actually pretty overpowered. So numbers-wise, this XP route will take roughly 5-ish minutes at the start of each game. In this route, according to Fortnite.gg, there are approximately 25 fishing holes. That includes going right over back here, and on this river area that goes down towards Dark Industries. Okay. So because the fishing hole will give you between 1 and 3 fishes, we're going to take the mean of this and assume that you're getting an average of 2 fishes per hole. So assuming this times 25 holes, that is a total of 50 fish. If you're supercharged and get a rounded 400 XP per fish times 50 fish in a game, you'll get 20,000 XP for every 6 to 7 minutes you're doing this route for. At that rate, not including time between games, you can earn yourself about 180,000 supercharged XP for every hour that you're doing this. But the keyword here is in fact supercharged. See, without supercharge, you're going to get more like 100 XP per fish times 50 fish you'll catch, which will give you about 5,000 XP within the same 6 to 7 minute time frame. So more like 45,000 XP per hour, or less than a single level. So to give you some quick perspective, to hit level 100, you will need to get 7,570,000 XP, and then to hit level 220, just about 15 million XP, at I believe twice that. At a generous 180,000 XP an hour, obviously we're pretending you're supercharged here to give you the benefit of the doubt, it's going to take, get this, a whopping 43 hours to hit level 100, or just under 2 days, and then twice that at 86 hours, or roughly 4 entire days to hit level 220 and get the whole foil for the Wolverine skin. Now exactly why am I telling you this? Well, a lot of YouTubers might want views and stuff and they'll tell you, oh, do this to hit level 220, it's the best route to follow. Well, to be honest, that was going to be me, but then I thought about it and realized these numbers, and I just couldn't in good nature not disclose this. I wanted this to be some simple XP route to follow, but it just doesn't make sense. The math doesn't add up. But don't fear, because I actually found a better way to get XP. It involves being 100% AFK, and I'll show you it in just a couple of seconds. It's actually straight up ridiculous. I mean, you can get way past tier 100 and all the way up to tier 220 and get all of the foil skins. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on this insanely overpowered way of getting XP. But don't go scrapping this phenomenal landing spot just yet, because there is still use for it. So here's what you're going to want to do. Land at this location, but only at the start of each of your games. Land there to loot, because let's face it, that's what it's best for. Now, I'm going to be honest, this place is absolutely overpowered for winning. It is great for loot, and you can do other things afterwards to make sure you're going to take that win. So if you want to learn how to get an easy win through this location, you can click this iCard right up here in the corner of the screen. It's actually pretty useful. Alright guys, so we're on the Fortnite home screen right now. I actually changed my skin to Dr. Doom because I just unlocked him through this round. I know guys, I'm not level 220 or anything like that, but I barely play Fortnite. I literally spend all my free time making these videos for you guys. So obviously I'm not like some insanely high level or anything, but most of my levels actually came from this XP strategy that I'm going to show you right now. Alright, so exactly what game mode are we doing this XP strategy in? Well, I'll show you right now. So let's hit change, and I wonder solos, duos, squads. Now the thing is, you can't really AFK these rounds, because you're only like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and someone's just going to come and kill you. So it's probably not the best idea, and not for Team Rumble. Those rounds are also pretty short too. Then you have, Battle Lab. I don't really know much about Battle Lab. Arena, obviously not. Same thing for like these tournaments and stuff. Then there's all these LTMs, but they are temporary. Now, you may notice it is the one thing that I skipped, and that is in fact creative. So we're going to go into a creative game right now while I explain this to you all. Alright, now before I show you exactly what mode to go into or exactly what we're going to do here, I think it's incredibly important to dive into the numbers here, to get an idea of exactly how much XP you can expect to get through this. So first of all, when you're supercharged after 15 minutes, you will get exactly 30,555 XP, which is actually not too bad. You're doing absolutely nothing, and you will get nearly as much XP as you will get for landing at the island that I just showed you all earlier in the video. And believe it or not, that adds up to nearly 125,000 XP an hour, or nearly 500,000 XP in a singular 4-hour session that you're doing this for. And yes, 4 sessions are the max. It will unfortunately kick you out after just under 4 hours, but come on, it's still pretty good. So essentially you can just go to bed, but leave your computer on overnight, and gain like 6 to 7 levels from doing absolutely nothing. But it gets even better, because after only a day of doing this, you can get 3.5 million XP, assuming you don't have a sleep schedule and check back at your computer for 4 hours. Anyway, at this rate, you'll hit level 100 in just about 2 days, or level 220 in just over 4 days, for doing essentially nothing at all, other than, drastically disrupting your sleep schedule. But I mean, is that too important? Anyway, jokes aside, you probably don't have 15 million XP supercharged, so assuming that you don't, sadly it seems you're only going to get about 6,000 XP for every 15 minutes that you're doing this for, but only is a pretty strong word here, and here is why. After only a singular hour of doing this, you'll earn a clean 24,000 XP, then after 4 hours or 1 session, you rounded 100,000 XP. From this point on, the math here is simple. That is 600,000 free XP, which you can get basically in a limited amount of times for every 1 day that you do this for. That is just about 7 to 8 levels. And at this rate, you'll hit level 100 in just under 2 weeks of being AFK, and level 200 in just under a month. But hey, I never said it was going to be easy. I know that's a pretty long time, but keep in mind, this is on top of whatever you're doing in terms of Fortnite and playing, though of course you can't AFK and play Fortnite at the same time. After all, you are getting XP for doing really nothing. Of course everyone, keep in mind there are sadly enough some downsides of doing this that some of you did point out in my last video. Yes, for one, yes, this does use some power, but depending on what device you use, let's say an iPhone for example, the amount of power you'll use will be pretty insignificant. And then also guys, in case you're wondering, no, you're not going to get banned from the game for doing this. This is an intentional feature, and yes, this feature does still work. Well, I guess until it doesn't, which hopefully won't be anytime soon. I mean, this video wasn't the easiest video to make after all. Oh, and oh yeah, I've seen a lot of comments about the numbers being wrong or something. They have changed since the last time I made a video on this, but the numbers that I just showed you today are correct as at the time of recording, and I don't suspect they'll change anytime soon, but I mean, then again, you really can't predict what Epic Games is gonna do. Alright, so now I'll show you exactly what you need to do for this AFK XP strategy. So we're in the lobby right now from before. As you can probably tell, there are all these of course modes to go into. You have my Meadow Island 3 apparently. There are all these nice little modes entered in by those people. You can of course go through and enter in a code or something like that, but that's a little too complicated. Thankfully, you actually don't need to do that. Going back to the main lobby, so exactly what is there to do? Well, here's the deal. You're gonna do nothing. Yes, I know, Epic Games will give you free XP every 15 minutes to just say, hey, thanks for being creative, but believe it or not, you'll get that XP from just being in the lobby and not really doing anything. Though guys, before you leave, this is incredibly important. If you guys want to learn the fastest ways to level up in Fortnite, get better at Fortnite fast, and improve at all sorts of Fortnite things, subscribe with notifications, and help us hit 50,000 because most of you aren't subscribed, and then click down here to learn an overpowered tool to get XP incredibly fast in Fortnite. But that is all I have for now, and I will see you all later.